One thing I've gotten out of all this Jamar Chase and T. Higgins reactions, they're very happy with getting Joe Flacco. They're really happy. Because with Jake Browning, they would probably be lucky to put up 1,000 yards. But with Joe Flacco, well, they're putting up easily over 1,000 yards. Even if, again, like I said, even if this Joe Flacco experience doesn't work, right? Let's say hypothetically it doesn't. I think it will, by the way. But let's say it doesn't. Jamar Chase and T are getting an actual upgrade. They're going to get a guy who will sling the rock deep, who will throw them the football, who can actually read defenses. So no matter what way you look at it, whether you're a Jake Browning stan or you hate Jake Browning, right? It's going to be better for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. So Jamar Chase said today, I appreciate the organization just trying to make it work. Obviously referring to going out and getting our boy Joe Flacco. I still find it funny that they put Joe Flacco's locker right next to Jake Browning. I swear on everything, the organization just is doing this on purpose. But yes, during Jake Browning's interview, yesterday, Joe Flacco was in the background getting changed. So, as Joe Flacco has already become a meme in Cincinnati, before he even started for us, he's already a meme. But yes, while the very important interview about, Jake Browning getting benched is going on, Joe Flacco was in the background. As Jake Browning's like, hey, you know what? My job is not to get him ready. My job is not to prepare him. My job as a player, I am not going to sit here and, get him ready to take my job, whatever. It's just hilarious that in the background, as he's saying this stuff, Joe Flacco's standing there like, oh, hey, there's my backup. My backup really does not like me because I stole his job. Which, I mean, I think a lot of comments said down below earlier today, but I think I agree with it. It's like, it's not really on Flacco for that. It's kind of on Jake for just not performing well. And whether or not, Zach Taylor fed him or made him drink the Kool-Aid and think, hey, you're going to be the starting quarterback no matter what. I don't know how much we can not blame Jake Browning as well, because again, he didn't perform. He wasn't that great. It is what it is. Nonetheless, though, we also got a comment from T. Higgins, who said, the guy can sling it for sure on the Joe Flacco sweepstakes. So, again, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm sure, Jamar loves Jake Browning. Jake Browning's been here for a very long time. I'm sure T loves Jake Browning as well. But, man, like, it has to feel good from a receiver perspective when you get a quarterback like Joe, who can just sling that rock across the yard and can just get you the ball, and you don't have to worry about going into a game and not being able to do something. Now, of course, we look at last game, the Lions game. Jamar Chase had 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2? I think it was 2. 2 touchdowns. So, across the board, it's not like Jake didn't get him the ball, but it's definitely one of those situations where we're probably going to see a lot more of getting him the ball under Joe Flacco than we would under Jake Browning. Again, like I said, we have to wait and see, though. We're going to obviously, until he plays this weekend, everything is hearsay. And then he plays this weekend, and we get to find out how much that share is going to be for Flacco here. But I will also say here, now that Flacco's our quarterback, I don't think there's a leash on him at all, right? And I know I said the same concept for Jake Browning, and to a certain degree, it really was. But it looks like the organization realized if they want fans to go to any more games this year, they're going to have to make a change, right? But at the end of the day, I don't really think there's a short leash at all on Joe Flacco, I think this is kind of like our, how do I put this? This is kind of like our make or break, right? This is like, hey, we're going all in. We're hoping this works out. If it doesn't, it is what it is. You know, we tried. We went out there. We did our best. Whatever. You know, this is kind of like rock bottom. You can only go up from here. We're just looking upwards now. So that's kind of how I look at this situation with Joe Flacco, where there isn't really a leash on him. Metaphorical leash. If you're not aware of that description, a leash is like how much can a player mess up before they're benched or before they're cut, right? If you have a rookie quarterback, you might have a tight leash on a rookie quarterback and say, hey, you know, if you throw 2 interceptions in the game, we're probably going to have to pull you, right? If you have a veteran quarterback who throws 2 interceptions in the game, you feel like, yeah, he could, you know, yeah, he's definitely not playing good, but I feel like he can get it together, right? So you kind of just let him do whatever, because over time you feel like he can fix his wrongdoings. So that's kind of the metaphorical leash. I mean, obviously, I think for the most part, everyone understands that, but there's probably one person watching my video who doesn't understand that. So I gotta start explaining that stuff because it does kind of sound weird. We're gonna put a leash on a player. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.